Okay, and
Okay,
we're
guys,
back.
we're back. Sorry about that.
So once again, welcome again to the Tuesday Twofer with Dan and Teej. And we're going to show you one of my older games tonight, Game Lords. I've been kicking around for a while. Made it probably about 10 years ago now, I think, maybe. We just thought you might get a kick out of seeing something from the workshop, so to speak. We do look at putting it out sometime, but so basically, this is a card game about running a role-playing game.
It's a card game.
Yeah, it's a card game about a role-playing game. So in this game, each player is a local, game master, and you're running a game, and you're trying to get your particular team through the final level first. And I wanted to make a game that involved some of the fun elements of role playing. So I made a game that uses the D20 or the polyhedral set. You got the D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, and of course the D20. Mm-hmm. So pick whichever color set you like for yours.
I'm gonna go with green.
And I'll take the blue.
Sweet.
I'm gonna go with blue. So. In this game, you're going to have this deck that we're going to be drawing from. Well, it's going to be out in the center. We're going to have a couple of cards turned.
Hey, Matt. How you doing this week, bud?
And by the way, this is all just prototype art. This isn't the final art or anything. It's stuff I just put together a while ago.
I think Dan's going to actually let me do some of the art on this one because I am somewhat of an artist.
Oh, I'd love to see what you want to do with this. Now, some of the fun of this, right, is poking fun at the stereotypes of all of his different gamers. Now, it's not intended to be mean. It's just intended to poke fun, because, I know that I fit into a lot of these categories myself. Like the dungeon dweller and stuff like that. So just remember that this is all supposed to be, the fun of us role players, and just all the different types of role players you find. So in the game, you have
small deck energy, Matt.
you have the gamers. Like the Fleet Commander, for instance. He's like sci-fi and dice-based games. So, basically, at the beginning of the game, you choose the type of game, whether it's card-based, dice-based, or live-action. And then you choose what genre it is, whether it's cyberpunk, fantasy, horror, sci-fi, superhero, or western. And then as you're running your game, you'll get to play gamers like, you have the classic stinky nerd. You can play him if you have snacks. But most of them, like the Munchie Monster, he likes fantasy and card-based. So if your game is either fantasy or card-based, you can play him to your group, your gaming group. Now, each gamer gives you a fame bonus and a game bonus. The fame bonus is basically... it's basically your initiative, so to speak. You're going to roll each round to see who gets to start off the round. And your game bonus is whenever you're making your game roll, which we'll get to in a minute. Then you have your books. So you can play books from the game store, and they add genres to your game. So, like, for instance, we have the Year 3099 expansion. It adds superhero genre and cyberpunk genre to your game. And it requires superhero or cyberpunk. So as long as your game is one of those types, you can play this, and now it counts as both. And so let's say it was superhero you had. It actually counts as having two superheroes at that point, because you have the base superhero, and this adds a new type of superhero. That gets into some of the cards, but not a lot. And the final type of cards in here is snacks. You have snacks for the different genres and different types. So this one, for instance, is comic licensed candy. It adds one to your game roll if your game has superhero, and you can recruit superhero gamers. So if you don't have a superhero game, you can still play superhero gamers. Yeah. And that's the general idea. So... basically, we're gonna each start with 3 cards, and then we'll each get to choose our genre and our type, and then the game will start. And we'll turn out cards in the game store. So go ahead and get your dice ready.
Yo.
And we're going to be rolling the D20. The D20 is going to make a lot of the decisions in this game. As far as rounds and stuff like that, so we're going to roll to see who goes first. So I got a 15.
I got a 15. Oh, and I got a 16. What's up?
That's all you need to go first?
About time I win one.
Okay, so here is your 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my 3. We'll put the cards up here. So hopefully they can be seen easily enough. So look over what you got, and then,
Okay.
So, you choose first. What genre and what type of game?
I'm going to go for, looks like card-based. And because I have been working with a group that is very into Western stuff, I'm going to go with Western.
Card-based Western game. Cool. That's a very interesting sounding RPG. I've heard of a couple like that.
So far.
And I'm going to go with a dice-based sci-fi game. Maybe it's something like The Next Generation dice-based or something. I don't know. So, I've got a dice-based sci-fi game, and you have got a Western card-based game. Now we go ahead and put the rest of the genres up. And then we can each play cards from our starting hand before the game starts.
Okay.
So, you can play any cards in your hand that have like gamers if they like, or books if they require, or candy. Candy doesn't have a requirement anyway. Yeah,
you're good right there.
Okay, so, for instance, I'm going to play the rules Nazi. He gives 0 fame, and he gives +1 to game rolls. You may re-roll your game roll once each round if your game is dice-based. And I'm going to start with 2 expansion books.
Oh, cool.
The Cosmic Defenders expansion,
Yeah.
which adds superhero and sci-fi. Since I have sci-fi, I'm able to play it. And the Serenity expansion, which I'm going to have to change the name of, but, the idea was there anyway. Adds sci-fi and Western to your game. And I can play it since I have sci-fi.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play the CCG Duelist, who likes Western and card-based. And then I'm going to play Icy Cold Sarsaparillas.
Nice.
Which adds 1 to your game roll. The CCG Duelist adds D2 to your game roll if your game is card-based. My Icy Cold Sarsaparillas adds 1 to your game roll if your game has the Western theme. And I may also recruit Western gamers. Which, I mean, it's kind of redundant, but it does add to my game roll, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You're going to have to, if I do something wrong, you have to correct me.
So basically, on our turn, we're going to go ahead and turn out the game store now, and that is 4 cards. You have the new arrivals, and then the stacks. Move this up a little bit. The new arrivals are where the new cards come in every round, and the ones at the top go to the stacks. And so that way, if you start pulling off the bottom part, you actually get back into the stacks.
Cool. Okay.
So
this is our new arrivals, and this is our stacks.
Yeah, but of course, the first round they're all basic.
Yeah, they're all new.
Arrivals,
Yeah, we just opened up today.
Yeah. So on your turn, you either take a card from the game store, which you can play if you're allowed to play it, or you can make a game roll with your group as you have it.
Okay.
And you can still play cards from your hand if you have them in your hand from before and do your game roll. Just if you're, it's either take a card or make a game roll.
Okay. So you have to play from here. You have to play it immediately, or
you take it to your hand,
okay.
and then you can play it from your hand.
Okay.
So, basically, you go first.
I go first.
Well, actually, I apologize. We have to roll because we roll every round as he goes first.
Oh, that's right.
This is our fame roll. So you add in your total fame bonus, which is +1 for you, and I've got 0 for me.
Okay.
So I got a 4 total.
I got a 2 + 1, which is a 3. So.
Oh no, I have a 3 total. So we're actually because I didn't.
We're tied. So we roll off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know.
No. That's okay. That's okay.
2.
So
13,
you're gonna
go.
So I'm gonna go first. All right. So that means. I'm gonna go.
Goth von Darkenstein. He's horror and live action.
Yeah.
Reenactment enthusiast. He's Western and live action.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the reenactment enthusiast.
Cool.
And I can go ahead and play him.
You can go ahead and play him.
I could go ahead and play him. So I'm gonna go ahead and play him. So now I have 3 fame.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing. If you try and make a game roll and you fail at your game roll, you get to draw a card from the top of the deck, but you can't play it.
Okay.
That round.
That makes sense.
Now, just to let you know what a game roll is. A game roll is you have a game that is 6 levels basically. The first level is the D4. So the first time you make a game roll, you roll the D4, and you just have to get a 4 or higher with your total. So you add in any game roll, any game bonuses you have from from your group, and then as long as it's a 4 or higher, you win. Ones always fail, including ones on the d20. So then the next if you complete the first level, then the next time you make a game roll, you roll on the d6.
Got it.
And you got to get a 6 or higher.
Makes sense.
Total.
Okay.
And the same way all the way up to the d12, and then the final level is beating the d20. So the question is, is your group good enough to get through those levels and whatnot? And so it's kind of pushing your luck with them, or trying to build up some more with the thing. So that's what we're looking at there. I'm also going to go ahead and take something from the game store to start out with. I think, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the horror reader, and he likes horror and dice based. So I'm going to play him because I have dice based. He adds 1 to my game roll for each book in my group, and I've got 2 books right now, so that's useful. Okay, so basically. At the end of that round, we're going to move the new rivals down to the archives if there's space, and then we're going to turn new arrivals. And if any of the stacks are empty, we turn a new one on them too.
Okay. Cool.
So now we roll our fame rolls.
Fame roll.
4 plus 1 is 5. You got plus 3.
20.
And a natural 20, by the way, also always wins.
Ah. Okay.
Now, if 2 people, like if you and I were both rolled a natural 20, then we'd apply our bonuses.
Gotcha.
So. All right, will you go first?
All right. Hey! I'm going to go ahead and take the Space Barbarians expansion.
Aha.
Because I want space and fantasy. I'm going to go ahead and play that. I'm going to play that right down. Right over here. Right here. There we go. Because I like to keep my expansions pristine.
I'm going to go ahead and take the neon blue beverage. Gives me +1 on my game roll if my game has sci-fi, which it is. And it lets me recruit sci-fi gamers, which I can already do, but that's okay. Got to have your neon blue beverage, whether it be Romulan ale or blue milk or...
the blue milk.
Whatever. So, okay, now we turn the new arrivals. Well, we move the new arrivals to the stacks, and then we turn the new arrivals. Mm-hmm. Now we got a cowboy kid, Western in live action, and a movie buff, cyberpunk in live action. Nice. Now we roll our fame rolls. 10. So I got 11 total.
16.
Yeah, I think you got that one. Because you got a 19, so.
Let's see. Well, we already know I'm going to take the cowboy kid.
And why not?
Why not? I'm getting a nice, well-rounded group. He likes Western and live action. He adds +1 to your game roll for each Western genre in your group. Now, for each Western genre, does that mean each person that likes Western?
No, that means so. For instance, you started with Western, right? So, how did you play that? Do you have sci-fi or fantasy?
No, I can't.
Okay, so that wouldn't be in play.
So that's going to go in my hand.
But like for instance, you have Western. Now, for instance, the books I have, see, this one adds superhero and sci-fi, and this one adds sci-fi and Western. Gotcha. That means I have 3 instances of sci-fi.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's not, it's mostly from books, but there are a few, gamers that adds this genre to your game, or whatever.
Right.
So.
Okay.
I am actually going to go ahead and. I'll take the Mavericks and Mages, which I can play because the Serenity gives me Western, so I'll play Western because it's Western and fantasy.
Cool.
Mavericks and Mages. So that's that game round. So this moves down to the stacks. We turn the Party Keg for live action type gamers, and Space Trekker, sci-fi and live action. You may re-roll your game roll once each round if your game is live action.
Okay, so we need to roll.
Fame roll, yes.
Roll for initiative, if you will.
Yes.
I got
9
17.
Total. You're getting the rolls today.
20. Yep. About time. All right, so let's see.
Whatever will you choose?
I'm going to go ahead and take the... I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and take the liquid filled gummy bears because I'd like to head towards a horror theme eventually.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try my first game roll. Now I've actually got...
Yeah.
I've got +2 from my gamers and another +3 from my books, so I've pretty much already got it in the bag unless I roll a 1, which I didn't. So I have completed the first level of my dungeon or whatever you want to call it, of my game, of my story arc that I've got my gamers planned for in their sci-fi dice-based adventure.
Okay.
So that's that round. So we move these down to the stacks, and we turn the Trenchcoat Kid, who's Cyberpunk live action, and the Manga Mania expansion, superhero and fantasy. And then we roll our fame rolls. 18, so 19.
You got that one, I think.
Maybe.
Yep, you got that one. A natural one.
Natural 1.
Natty 1.
I'm going to go ahead and try for the level 2 roll, which is the D6. I've got +5, so again, hopefully...
You got that.
A natural 6. Nice.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and make my game roll. So that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Don't roll a 1. Yeah.
And a roll 3.
You're
So,
good.
yay. Okay.
Alrighty. So now we move these down to the stacks. New arrivals. Got the Cosmic Cosplayer, sci-fi live action, and the Jock Gamer, fantasy live action.
Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, roll for initiative.
Oh, yes, fame roll.
A 3. You got that one.
15. Alrighty, so I guess I'm going to go with the Cosmic Cosplayer, because he just looks like he just needs to come hang out with us.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and make my second game roll. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So on a D6, I would have to roll what?
D6, you just have to get a 6 or higher total.
Oh, really? Okay.
So yeah, I mean, like, you
as I-
got +4, so yeah, get a 2 or higher.
Cool. Let's see what happens. 2 or higher, and I got it.
Boom.
There we go.
All right.
Haha.
So move the new
I'm
arrivals down
catching
to
up
all
with
stacks.
Dan.
And we got the cheater. He lets you add +D2 to your game roll. Horror and dice based. And then the chocolate polyhedrals. It's the dice based game snack.
Okay. Okay.
So, fame roll.
Roll for initiative.
18, 19,
Got a 2.
20. Got an unnatural 20.
Okay.
I'm going to go for another game roll on my D8 this time. Got to get 8 or higher. I've got +6. Oh, I failed. So I get to draw a card, but I can't play it this turn.
Okay. So, and your snacks don't have requirements, do they?
No, they don't have requirements.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and play my chocolate polyhedrals.
Yeah. It's kind of like they let you recruit people if you don't have that type, or give you a bonus if you do. Kind of thing,
Now, I can only play one card.
No, you can play multiple stuff that you can play.
Well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and play my old school gamer because he likes dice based.
Oh, okay.
And he adds 2 fame and 2 game.
Nice.
And I think that's going to be it for... Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. So the cheater goes down to the stacks.
Nobody likes a cheater.
Gamer Dad and the Drama Chick. So he's Western dice based, and she's superhero live action.
Cool.
He lets you discard Gamer Dad during your turn to take any gamer from the discard pile.
Oh, that's cool.
He's kind of like, oh, well, I'm not playing, but my kid can,
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to roll for my initiative. 3.
5 total. What's your bonus?
Fame is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so you got a 9.
So I got that one on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Gamer Dad.
Go right ahead.
And put him right out here with the rest of my group. Everybody loves them Gamer Dads.
I'm going to take the cheater. He is -1 fame, but he'll give me that extra D2 roll to me. So, okay. So we move her down, and we turn the new one.
I forgot how quickly this game moves.
It can. Herb Spiced Cakes for the fantasy, and the Cthulhu expansion, horror and sci-fi. So, fame rolls.
12. 11. So
So-
mine is
You still got me.
Yeah, I got you.
I got like a +1 total.
Let's see.
Or you can do a game roll.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go for a game roll, and that's my D8 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to get what?
3 or higher.
3 or higher.
Wait, hold it. But also from me. But you get a.
Oh yeah, adds on your game roll Western.
So just Western.
Just a Western. So I have to get a 2 or higher.
Yeah, 2 or higher.
Sweet. And I got a 4. So I'm taking the lead.
You are. And I, of course, am going to take the Cthulhu expansion because, well, you know.
Now, guys, if you're joining us a little bit, if you're just now joining us, we are going to be uploading the video for this after we're done playing, so that you can catch us from the beginning, because I forgot how awesome this game was. Because I haven't played it in a while. So if you like what you see, you can come back and check the video out after it gets uploaded and
see how it started.
Yeah, see how it gets started and see the rules and everything like that, just so you can kind of know what's going on. Because this is one that we're also hoping to release in 2021.
Yeah.
If we can get some things worked out, if I can get the artwork set and everything like that.
Or 2022. I mean, you know,
or 2022.
It is what it is.
The year is young, if you will.
We still have lots of other fun stuff to release. All that cool Tavern Master stuff and staves. And we got the first of the art begun this week on Lord of the Night. So hopefully Matthew will have some interesting...
yes, I'm very excited to see what he can come up with.
Yeah, so... turn the new arrivals.
Those guys going.
The Sci-Fi Fanboy, Sci-Fi and card-based. And the Stinky Nerd. Lets you play books without meeting the requirements.
Oh, Lord. Oh, that's good for me.
15, so...
15
16.
and 17, so I got you there. Oh, wait, no, that was a 7, so you got me.
But you still got like a plus what?
I got
plus 5, maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
5.
6. Yeah, plus 5.
Yeah, okay, so, anyway, I'll take the Sci-Fi Fanboy and play him, because he gives me +1 on my game roll for each sci-fi in my group, which is 3, 4. So.
And I'm going to go ahead and take the Stinky Nerd.
Cool.
Because not only am I a Stinky Nerd, but I'm also going to be able to play my Space Barbarians expansion, which adds sci-fi and fantasy.
Nice. All right. Well, so we turn out the new arrivals. It's the Undead Rising expansion, horror and fantasy, and the Cthulhu Cultist, horror and card-based. He adds horror to your game.
Ah, nice.
You were talking about one add horror.
Yes.
And your card-based. So anyway.
Nice.
So let's roll. 19, so 20 on the fame roll.
Natty 1.
Unnatural 20 takes it, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and get my game roll. I got that. Nice.
Nice.
So I beat level 3 of my campaign.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take the Undead Rising expansion.
Nice.
Because, hey, you know, why not?
Yeah.
So now I have sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. So that also means I'm going to go ahead and put out my liquid-filled gummy bats. Which really we should look into making.
I'm surprised you didn't just play them anyway, because you can play snacks whenever.
You know, you're right. But now it makes more sense to have it out on the board because I have the horror genre in there.
Sure, but you could have played horror gamers even if you didn't. That's the bonus.
Oh, come on, man. I don't think about those kind of things. You know this.
You know, snacks are always nice to have. And
true.
You know.
This is true. This is true.
Okay, so we'll move the Cthulhu Cultist down here to the stacks. And then we got the Technomancy expansion, which is cyberpunk fantasy.
Which is my favorite.
And the Middle Earther, which adds fantasy genre to your game. It's fantasy and live action.
Cool. Let's see. Oh, we need to roll
fame rolls.
1.
18,
I got a 1. Again, a 1. Dice are turning on me, Dan.
I'm going to go ahead and try for another venture into the campaign. Ooh, nice.
Ooh. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and we're on, this is a D10. D10. So I have to get a 3 or higher if I were to roll this. The dice rolls have not been nice to me here lately.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, actually, 3, 2.
But at least you'll get to draw a
I
card.
have to get a 2 or higher. So, yeah. Boop. I got a 5, so I got that one. So we're neck and neck on this one, dude.
Neck and neck. See, and that's how the game, like the fame roll every round still matters, you know, because like you might be neck and neck. And it's like, well, who's gonna get to go first, you know? Like I got an 11 total right now for fame,
and I got a 2.
Well, you still got bonuses.
8, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So you got an 11, and I got an 11. So we're tied.
Mm.
We got to roll again.
Whoa,
16.
I got a 3, so yeah, you got that one.
Okay, well, why not? I'm gonna go ahead and try my D12. Let's see, I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 bonus. Wow, I didn't realize my bonus was already that high. So I beat the dodecan, or you know, the D12.
Oh, what? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go for it. So my game roll is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you have to.
Are you counting the snacks
8,
and stuff?
9, 10.
And then you get a plus D2, so you basically roll a D6, and it's like 1 through 3 is 1, and 4 through 6 is 2.
Okay, cool.
Any other bonus?
So
and then a plus 1 from that one,
plus
too.
1, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10.
9, 10.
11, 12. You have horror, right? So 12, yeah.
12, yeah.
So plus 12.
So plus 12, so that means on the D, what is
The
this?
D12, just don't roll a 1.
So don't roll a 1, okay. And I rolled an 8, so woo, yay.
See?
Man.
And now we're down to the... Okay, well, we got to move the new arrivals down to the stacks. Got the role player. Like ROLL player. Cyberpunk and dice based. Get plus D2 to your game roll if it's dice based. And then the high stakes hot shot. You can re-roll your game roll once each round if your game is card based. But of course, I've got a plus 18, you've got a plus 12. I imagine I'm going to be going for the D20. You probably are too. Huh?
Yeah.
So now we just roll our fame rolls to see who rolls first. 11.
So is it whoever gets to it? Yeah, you got it. You got a 12, like a 2.
I got a 13
3,
total.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I got 9.
I got a 13. Okay, so here we go. Oh, yeah. I got it.
You got
I
it?
got 13
Okay.
plus
Well,
18.
Well, there's that.
So my sci-fi dice-based campaign finishes first, and I'm the talk of the role-playing town.
Well, as you can see, guys, this game plays real fast, real easy, and it's kind of metaing how you guys like to do things, and so hopefully we'll be able to see more of this as we move through 2021. As Dan and I start to, once we move past some of the other things that we want to launch this year, I can actually get started working on some art here. So Dan has been extremely busy getting his new place set up and in order. We have local elections coming up here in Beaumont. I've been working for several candidates there, but we've still been getting together every Tuesday and every Thursday and getting, Dan and I are working some things out, and then, Robbie and Jared are coming by and we're play testing a bunch of stuff.
And soon we'll have the office set up and we'll be able to do much better playthroughs with multiple camera angles and stuff like that. And, we'll start broadcasting more of our game days and stuff like that soon once we can get those set up and organized.
And a thought that I had pop into my head is we might do if Dan's okay with this and, Crystal and, everybody's okay with it, we might do some DKG after dark. Where it's us just hanging out doing, for adults only. So you'd have to be, 18 up or 21 and up to join in. And we might actually start doing some Zoom meetings where where you guys get to join in with us and we talk. We just kind of, flap our gums for a little bit and talk about games, talk about whatever we want to have coming up, and then I'll take that and I'll edit it down and put bleeps over where we need to put bleeps on, and then we'll post that out there for you guys. But if I could brag on myself for just a second.
Brag on yourself.
The past week, I've been working with a local band. And going into the studio, I'm helping I'm executive producer credit. And there's some really good guys. They're really into gaming. So here pretty soon, once we can get it set up, we're actually going to get it going where these guys are going to come in and we're going to play a big, massive game, like 6 or 7 people playing Tavern Masters, and we'll listen to some of their music so you guys can hear what these guys have been working on and what I've been helping with, and once we get the album finished, we're going to actually have Dan. If you guys didn't know this already, Dan has a great eye for filmmaking, and Dan is
Some say 2 of them.
has 2 eyes for filmmaking. Dan is actually the band and I have already talked about having Dan come in and direct a music video for us. And since I picked Western, it is going to be kind of a Western theme. It's not a country band; they're a progressive rock band. But
space stuff, right?
It's
space Western.
It's
stuff.
space Western stuff.
Yeah.
It's concept. It's a concept album, so there's a story behind it, and that might actually give us a chance to actually talk about some stuff in the Stars of Destiny and everything like that. So. With all that being said, guys, I know that the past couple of weeks have been very, very stressful on everybody. We're in a weird time, but now more than ever is the best time to grab your friends, grab your family, grab a game,
and remember the things that bind us together, not the things that divide us apart. Yeah.
Yep.
Because ultimately, in the end, we've all got a lot more in common than we have in difference,
Mm-hmm.
and we can all, at some point, agree to disagree, but we can all also choose to try and love each other, which I think is a pretty good thing. Maybe I'm just a hippie, I don't know. But
you are a hippie, Dan.
The dude abides.
So with that being said, guys, we'll catch you guys next week on the Flippity Flop. And again, like if you came in halfway through the game, come back and check in about 30 minutes. We're going to have this whole thing uploaded to the DKG page. I'll be sharing it around in some of the board gaming groups and the Cthulhu gaming group and the Tavern Masters Guild. So guys, we will see you next week. Dan, any closing words?
Just hope everyone has a wonderful and safe rest of the week and weekend. And again, just take some time to breathe, relax, and play some games with your friends and your loved ones, and your family. And, we'll get through it all together.
Yep.
You'll see. I promise.
Yep. Everything will be okay, even if it's not.
Even if it's not, it'll be okay. We got this.
All right, guys. We will see y'all next week.
Have a good night.